What it do, people? It's your boy once again, the Bold Line Label Boss. Coming at you guys again, with another entrepreneur talk. Talks on entrepreneurship, what it takes to be an entrepreneur. I'm 7 years deep in the game, so I'm not the biggest out here or the brightest out here, but I got 7 years of skin in the game, and I do feel like I have something to talk about. All right. So today's topic is it takes organization to be an entrepreneur. Okay. All right. You have to be organized to be an entrepreneur. And this is what I'm talking about, right? To be an entrepreneur, you have to be organized in these three main facets, these three main categories. You have to be organized with your time, okay? You have to be organized with your money, all right? You also have to be organized with yourself, and I will break those down, okay? All right? So the first thing that, you must keep in mind as far as level of organization is yourself. You have to be able to organize yourself, okay? And this is what I'm talking about. Everything starts and initiates from you, right? Everything starts and initiates from you. So you have to keep yourself at optimal. You have to be optimal, right? And in order to be optimal and to function optimally, you have to be organized in that, right? In order to keep yourself organized, to keep yourself optimized, you have to follow a set pattern. You follow a set grid, a set of standards that you follow. And now nothing's perfect, but you have to follow this to be organized so that you can run your organization, okay? And some of the things that I recommend to do, or some of the things that I do, you see what I mean, is you have to keep yourself first. You have to keep yourself right. You have to eat clean, right? You eat good, because when you eat good, you feel good, you have more energy, and you have more oomph to tackle your day, right? You eat good, you stay away from the processed sugars, stay away from the processed foods, all the fast foods and all that kind of stuff, man, because it weighs you down. You won't have the energy that it takes to be that great entrepreneur, right? Then you won't have that energy to run an organization, okay? All right, because everything falls back on you. It's very important, all right? So, and number two, you have to exercise, okay? Keeping yourself strong, you keep your heart healthy, so that you can have stamina through the day and energy through the day. You do cardio so that, you have the wind, for the day. You see what I mean? So you definitely got to keep that up. Another level of exercise that I do is that not, I'm shocked that nobody talks about this, but is you have to, what you can incorporate, you can do sports. Okay, sports, which is competition. You do competition, it pushes you to a next level, because now you have a goal, you're trying to win, and you have other people participating, and that takes your exercise to a whole nother stratosphere. So if you can incorporate competitive sports in your routine to keep yourself organized and keep yourself right, definitely do that, because it's one of those big ticket things. Another thing that you can do, that you should do to keep yourself good and organized, so you can run your organization, is to practice good hygiene. I know it sounds like duh, but definitely do that, because there's some people out here that will maybe forego good hygiene, for more time for them to do things. But you don't want to go through the day, feeling all icky and nasty and not feeling optimal. All right, so definitely take care of that. as far as taking care of yourself and keeping yourself organized to run your organization. Another thing that you can work on with yourself, and this is something that entrepreneurs kind of naturally have the knack for, is the ability to learn. Okay, keep yourself malleable, open to learn new things. Okay, because society, the world is constantly changing, and you have to be able to adapt to be a good entrepreneur. You see, and it takes with you incorporating that in your levels of organization about yourself. That will flow from inside to the outside, and you'll be able to adapt out there and be malleable and keep your organization afloat, because that's part of your internal organization. Okay. Another key thing to keep yourself right and to keep yourself organized so that you can run your organization is to check your vices, right? We're all human beings, you see what I mean? And we all have our weaknesses, right? We all have our weaknesses, whether it's some is smoking, maybe weed or cigarettes or whatever you smoke. Some's drinking, some is overeating, some is the opposite sex or the same sex, if that applies to you. We all have these things, these cravings that we have, right? These vices. So you have to kind of watch that, because if you introduce too much of that into your life, it will bring a level of unorganization into your whole sphere. Okay, you don't want to do that. I would recommend staying away from all of it, but like I said, we're human and that's tough to do. So definitely manage your vices. I would say stay away from all of it, and definitely if you're working, definitely work towards that and manage that and try to get it to a level 0. Okay, all right. That right there will keep your life organized, keep yourself organized so that you can optimally run an organization. So the second big thing that you must have organized to run your organization is good money organization. All right, you have to be organized with your money. That goes that's almost like a common sense thing, but we got to throw it in there anyway, just for the people listening. So you have to be organized with your money. From the inception of you building your company, to building your organization, you have in your mind on what it's going to take monetarily to start your business, to start your organization. So that right there is a level of money organization. Okay, that it's going to take $40K, to start your business, because you need these certain types of equipment, certain amount of employees, right? You need a storefront, right? You are thinking of your initial investments. Initial investment is that first bit of money, that first money that you are conjuring up, whether it's by you hustling it up, or you getting a loan, or you getting it from friends and family, or an investor. You know how much that initial investment is going to cost, and that you have to be organized about that, because if you're not organized about it, your money will flee you. You see what I mean? That's biblical too. A foolish man and his money. I'm paraphrasing here, but an unwise person and his money will soon part, and you don't want to be a part of that. Okay, because your organization will crumble if that's to occur. You need to be organized in your money, in the fact that you need to know how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. Okay, you need to know that yearly, that amount of in and outs. All right, you need to know that monthly, your monthly in and outs. Okay, you need to know your bi-weekly in and outs. Okay, and you need to know your weekly in and outs, and you need to have an average of your daily in and outs. Okay, so you have to be very organized, to pull that off, right? Have everything backed up on your computer, write it down if you need to, go, get QuickBooks, Microsoft Excel, things like that. But you have to be able to look at your numbers and know what's coming in and what's going out, because that's how you're going to be able to sustain your organization. That's how you're going to be able to sustain employees. That's how you're going to be able to sustain a storefront and sustain your whole structure. You see what I mean? You need to be able to organize your money, your incomes and outflows in this manner. Okay, very important. Another way that you have to have organization with your money is that you need to know your potential income. Your potential income is, how much are you forecasting to make? If you drop a certain article of clothing, or if you drop some merch, or if you drop a new item, how much potential buyers, do you have, right? How many followers do you have? How many impressions are you going to have? How many leads are you going to have? You need to be organized in this type of fashion also, so that you can forecast what's going to come in and forecast what's going to go out. That's a little bit of a gray and shadowy area, but that needs to be in the equation as well, because you're being organized in all fronts, in all facets, and all of that counts as far as organizing your money as well. And I'm coming back to this. Another way that you have to organize your money is that you have to watch your vices. Okay, you have to watch your vices. All right, watch your vices. Don't do too much. All right, cut back on the smokes. Cut back on the drinking. I would say shut them all the way off, because you don't need it. That's just my opinion. That's how I roll anyway. Bring those to a minimum, so that your money will be much more organized, with that. If you're dealing with too many women or something, too many dates, cut back on that. You see what I mean? Because it's not free, to be out here with ladies, right? Or men, you see. Cut back on just cut back on the vices, right? And that will definitely help out on your money. All right. Cut back on fast foods, cook more, save that money and be organized with your money so that your organization will thrive. Okay. Another key thing that you must be organized on when you're running a business is to be organized with your time. You have to be organized with your time, because we all have 24 hours in a day, correct? We all have 24 hours in a day, but what separates the sheep from the wolves is how we utilize our times. You see what I mean? So, the entrepreneur has to maximize his or her time. You have to maximize your time, because you're doing extra. You're building an organization to where you must maximize your time. So if you were to look at an organization just solo, right? It looks like a very big thing to take on. It is a big thing to take on. But, with organization, you can attain that by going at it in smaller chunks, right? So be organized with your time and go at it in smaller chunks, right? Like, for instance, if you have to create content, like, I'll give you an example with me. I have to create content, right, for you guys. Okay. Number two, I'm working on my website, www.theboldlion.com. Shameless plug. Working on my website, right? Also, I have to deal with customers when they come in, and I don't deal with the customers. Well, I have to fulfill orders when they come in. Okay. So those are three major things that I'm dealing with. All right. So what I do, so you have to maximize your time waking up early, okay? People that are organized and have organizations and run companies and run businesses wake up early because, you can get a whole lot more done, with your day when you wake up early. Me, I wake up, my alarm clock is set at 3:30. You see what I mean? I wake up, hit the snooze alarm. I know you're not supposed to do that. A lot of gurus out there say you're not supposed to do that, but I do. All right. I hit the snooze button, maybe get up about 4:30. Okay. You get up, work out, keep yourself first, right? You work out, you do what you got to do. So during the morning time, before I open at 9, I've created content and I'm ready to go. You see what I mean? Before I open at 9 o'clock, content has been created. Okay. The morning time, after creating the video, before creating the video, I'll work on my website for about an hour and a half. Okay. After that, workout, shower, create video, and I'm ready for the day by 9 o'clock. My secretary is here from 9 to 5. So from 9 to 5, I'm straight fulfilling orders. And I have a worker in the back too. So we're straight fulfilling orders. And we have, that's time block number 2, right? So time block number 2 is straight fulfilling orders, okay? I close at 8 o'clock, but things kind of start slowing down, like maybe around 6, 7 o'clock. Around that time, I'm on the computer or on a tablet, editing, the videos that I've created, right? I start editing the videos I created, and that's how I organize my time. You see what I mean? So you have to be very organized and utilize your time in a very effective manner if you want to be successful, and if you want to be successful in running an organization. Okay, you must be organized to run an organization. But that's just like a day's worth of organization. You want to have, which is like a short-term goal, time organization. Long-term time organization will be, where you want to take your company. Where do you see your company being in 5 years? Where do you see your company being in 1 year? Where do you see your company being in the next 6 months? Where do you see yourself in the next month? You see what I mean? So you have to be organized in your short term, in your short times, in your daily, be organized in your weekly, also be organized in your monthly, be organized in your yearlies as well. You see what I mean? So have long-term goals and be organized about that. And for you to run an organization, okay? To run an organization, you must be organized. There's just no way around it. It's in the vocabulary. It's in the verbiage. An organization. You must be organized. That's why they call it an organization. So you got to have those intact. All right. So thank you for tuning in again. The Bold Lion Label boss, right? Thank you for tuning in again. See you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Support your boy. I'm out here giving you guys the game because I want you guys to succeed as well. You see what I mean? There's plenty of money out here for everybody. There's plenty of, and if it's in your heart, I want you to succeed, man. I want you to succeed to be that entrepreneur. All right. So I'm out. I'll see you guys the next time. All right. Peace out. Get some.